Just hang on. Hello? Anyway, context. The death car. Yeah, no one actually died in this car. The name is a figure of speech. I mean, I guess you could call it clickbait, but I just like the title. The death car. I like it. It's a title, okay? It's a title for a story. We also call it the death car, like the group of people I was with, other than the driver. It was mostly because of, like, all of us would be worried we actually might die if, like, the longer we stayed in this car, the more worried we got that we would die. Because of not the car. No. Not it wasn't the car that was scary. The car was not scary. The car, I mean, if people are afraid of small white cars, and I know people who are, then yes, I guess it would be scary, but like, it's not exactly scary. It's a car. I don't fucking know, okay? I just remember it was a Toyota, it was white, and it was a hatchback, and it was small. Like, it was a 5-seater, but like, 5-seaters, that's like a basic car. Basic, any 4-door car. And again, it wasn't the size of the car that scared anyone. No one was scared of the car itself. It was the driver, whom shall be named the driver the whole time. May or may not be my ex. Whatever. This whole video is not going to be about bashing the ex. It's going to be about bashing her driving. Because I don't know how the fuck she got her license, or at least at first. I don't know how good of a driver she is now. I haven't seen her in apparently 4 years. I don't know how long it's been. How long has it been since 2018? But for the last 2 years of her high school experience, from 17 to 18, she should not have been driving her car. It's almost like she believed every car could see her. It's almost like she believed the rules of the road did not apply to her. But I digress. What does that word mean? 4 years. It has not been 4 years. 3.5 years. I'll settle for 3.5 years. It's been 3.5 years. So 3.5 years ago, 2018, winter. Me, my homie, his girlfriend, my ex. She was my ex at that time too. So like, it was fine. And her friend, her girlfriend, whatever, were all invited to this kind of like apartment party downtown. And on the ride there, on the highways, it seemed pretty good until we got to the city, that is. As we got into the city, we started to learn that 70% of her turns, she didn't use her blinkers. And 4-way stops were mathematical to her. Meaning she didn't know how to fucking use one. Or regular stops, for that fucking matter. We got to this one intersection that we needed to cross. Like, cross all the way across the street. It was like a 4-lane street. It was really busy. Now, to give her credit where credit is due, she actually did stop at the sign. However, she still didn't understand when to cross. After a full minute of waiting, there was plenty of opportunities for her to cross, but she didn't take them. We were waiting at the stop sign for a full minute, and 2 cars behind us began to honk. And before we could tell her to ignore them and just concentrate on when she's going to cross, she began to pull out into traffic immediately. And all of us were all looking in the same direction. We were looking left. And all we could see is a truck, not slowing down, but speeding up towards us. Well, I mean, I guess it wasn't speeding up. We couldn't really tell, but it wasn't slowing down. As far as we could tell, there was no slowing down happening with him. Again, winter. Winter in Canada. Bitch. Yeah, so looking out at the left side, seeing a truck just bearing down on us. And luckily, everyone else on the street, on this busy street, was blessed with good brakes, good eyesight, proper tires, and experienced drivers, all of which were absent from this car. I was sitting in the back seat behind the driver on the left side of the car, and we were fully, like, I am not stressing this enough, fully into the lane that this truck was in. He was not slowing down towards us, speeding towards us, mind you. How about that? Let's use that word, speeding. He was going to kill us. Well, technically, our driver was going to get us killed, but we didn't die. So, point for that. In my head, as I was watching this truck drive towards us, what was going through my head was, oh shit, this is how we all die. Oh, I mean me anyway. Literally, exactly how that went is exactly how it went through my head. Almost every car on the street slammed on their brakes, almost. Like, a couple of them still drove by, and the truck swerved around our car. Like, fucking just missed us by a couple feet. Kind of swerved around our car, or like just around the front. And After the truck passed and all of the cars were stopped now, she just kept waiting for something. We all had to yell go after like 2 seconds. It was like a very long 2 seconds. We all had to yell go. And she just fucking ripped through the intersection, just sped right through. And that was one of like 3 incidents that happened, except the other 2 incidents were the exact same thing, except less busy streets and no truck bearing down on us ready to kill us. Yep. If only. Anyway, we got to the apartment party. And let me know if you would like to hear a short story on the apartment party, because I'm not telling it in this video. Because there's no driving in that apartment. We didn't drive. No one drove. Okay? Okay. Anyway, after everyone got kicked out, I don't remember how it happened. I don't exactly remember how it happened. Might have to tune in for another episode if you want to find out how that happened. But, so someone got kicked out, and we were like, shit, well, we gotta go. So we hopped in the car, and there was 5 of us. If you can count before, there was 5 people that entered this 5-seater car when we left. Now, the same 5 people were still there, and still had their reserved seats in the car. But for some reason, we picked up 3 extra people. The driver thought it was a smart idea when they asked for a ride home. She was like, yeah, I got room in the car. Totally. As if the other 3 people who sat in the back didn't exist. So, here's what we did. We shoved 2 of them in the trunk, and the 3rd person laid down on our laps. Uncomfortably the whole time. But anyway, yeah. Now we had 7 teenagers and 1 adult, that was me, and a bunch of bags full of weed, bongs, shit that was still illegal at the time, and alcohol and shit. All of which would have been pinned onto me if we were like actually pulled over and the car got searched, because I was the oldest one there. The most sober one there, I guess. I don't know if that gives me any like bad points, good points. I don't fucking know. Is there points in the justice system? No, there definitely isn't. I've been through the justice system. There definitely is not. Either way, just shit you did not want to be pulled over with. And literally seconds after we explained this to the driver, and her friend starts freaking the fuck out because she sees 2 pairs of blue and red lights in the distance. Which would mean a police checkpoint on the highway, where they pull over every car that passes and checks the driver at least for an intoxication. And I mean, like, everybody in this car was fuckered on something, except for me and my homie. Me and my homie, we just smoked weed that night. We were chilling. Everyone else was like fuckered, liquored up, doing stupid shit. I call it stupid now, but I used to do it. You guys are never going to hear about that, by the way. Or you might, I don't know. So, as we got closer to the checkpoint, we started to get more and more paranoid. And especially the driver. So she just stops the car. Randomly. We're all talking, having conversations, and she just slams on the fucking brakes. We slide to the side of the road, almost into the ditch. And she just turns around and asks, who is sober enough to get us through that checkpoint? We all stopped talking and looked at each other. And I said, like, I am, but there's too many fucking people in this car. We're gonna get a ticket anyway. Then the driver's friend has an idea. Why don't the intoxicated people get out of the car and walk past the checkpoint? And at this point, I just stopped trying to put input and logic into this, and I just let the stupid teenager do whatever the fuck she wanted. We were trying to figure out whom would drive and whom would walk. Eventually, all of the girls and 1 other dude hopped out and began walking, while it was up to me and my homie to get the bags past the checkpoint. I was the passenger seat, and my homie was driving. Oh, and here's a funny thing. I was 18 at the time with a beginner's driver's license, and I know that's not enough to drive by myself or drive a car full of people who are fucked up on drugs. But I was still the best candidate because it was either me or a 16-year-old without a license at all. And of course they made the 16-year-old drive. Because they've never seen me drive. They've seen him drive, but they've never seen me drive. And yet they didn't trust me. Don't worry. I prove them wrong in part 2. But anyway, as me and my homie, we were getting closer. We looked at each other and at the same time we like kind of realized this ain't a checkpoint. It was just another car being pulled over So like the police didn't give a shit that we drove by. They didn't even look at us. So we drove about half a click away, turned off the lights, and waited. You know what? Goodbye.